Hello and welcome to the News Bystanders. Alexa recordings were used to piece together how a domestic abuser murdered his wife. Daniel White, aged 36, kicked open Angie White's locked bedroom door, strangled her and cut her throat. He then fled the house in Swansea in his wife's car before phoning police to confess in October 2022. White from Idris Terrace Plasmal was given a life sentence of at least 20 years and 10 months at Swansea Crown Court after admitting murder. Officers went to their home where they found the front door locked and the body of Miss White, aged 45, in her bedroom. Swansea Crown Court heard labourer White had a long history of domestic violence, including against Miss White. At the time of the murder, he was on licence from prison after receiving a 10-year extended sentence for rape and assault. Fearful of her husband, Miss White had installed a mortise lock on her bedroom door, which White kicked in after an argument started on WhatsApp. Neighbours heard banging, shouting and screaming at about 3 a.m. on the 22nd of October last year before hearing a car drive away. Shortly before 6 a.m, White called police, telling a call handler, "I strangled her and cut her throat. She's dead." We argued and she locked the door and said she wanted me out. All I wanted to do was take my stuff and leave. I just shut her up. I strangled her, I ran downstairs and I cut her throat to make sure she was dead. The court heard the couple had an Amazon Alexa, which can control household electrical items when activated by a voice prompt. Detectives discovered voice commands made by White and his wife at the time of the murder had been saved. Prosecutor William Hughes said police have been able to discover that at 3:03 a.m, Angie in her bedroom said Alexa volume 3. At 3:16 a.m, Daniel White's voice can be heard saying Alexa stop. He then goes back downstairs into the living room and says turn on Alexa, but what can also be heard is that he is out of breath, and these appear to be the moments when the Crown say he's gone to get the knife. He then returns to the bedroom at 3:18 a.m. when he says Alexa turn on the electric light, and at 3:19 a.m. he says Alexa turn off the TV. So the Crown's reasonable interpretation is after 3:03 a.m. and before 3:16 a.m. Daniel White had burst through the door and initially strangled Angie, then went downstairs to get the knife and thereafter cut her throat. The court heard the couple had begun arguing on WhatsApp. The last message they exchanged was at 3:11. A pathologist found Miss White died from knife wounds to her neck, but there was also evidence she had been strangled. White previously admitted murder but refused to attend court for sentencing. Defence barrister Peter Rauch said the marriage was effectively over and what happened was a spontaneous act of violence. He said, "I'm not suggesting that is justification, but Your Honour has asked what led to it, and it would seem by putting the picture together as best one can with messages and timings, that seems to be what has taken place." Judge Paul Thomas branded White a coward. He does not have the courage to face the family and friends of the woman whose life he so brutally ended. You have a disgraceful history of assaulting women who have had the great misfortune to be in a relationship with you. Judge Thomas dubbed White a serious danger to women. He said, "When you entered the bedroom you strangled her, probably rendering her unconscious. When she was face to face with you with your hands around her throat, she must have been absolutely terrified. After she probably lost consciousness, you didn't seek help for her, you went downstairs and got a knife. You took it into her bedroom in order to kill her, to finish her off." The judge said he had a cowardly desire to dominate her. He added, "You did just that. You savagely slit her throat, knowing that would kill her." Speaking afterwards, Mrs. White's family said Angie was a much-loved daughter, sister, mother, grandmother and auntie. "Nothing can bring our beloved Angie back. We shall miss that silly giggle forevermore." Daniel White admitted his guilt, but continued to use his manipulative behaviour to delay the outcome. He deliberately absences himself in what we see as his continuing attempts to control this situation and his cowardliness in avoiding facing us, and justice for what he did to Angie. A Ministry of Justice spokesman said a review was underway. "This was a horrific crime and our sympathies are with the family and friends of Angie White, as well as with all serious further offences. A review is now underway and it would be inappropriate for us to comment further at this stage. Serious further offences are rare, but we are investing £155 million more every year into the probation service to improve the supervision of offenders and recruit thousands more staff to keep the public safe."